Hello everyone and welcome back to Ravenport. Last time we had our session collecting up the corn stalks and baling them, and then also producing our Easter honey for the farm shop. We've started a new day, and since when we finished off last session, I did go and collect up the honey extractor that we had to reset, and it is now working again. So that's back at the honey farm, which is good. But yes, we've started a new day, and it is a rather gloomy, wet day, unfortunately. But we have to press on because we have large plans as to what we're going to be doing next. And today we're going to be refocusing on the new fields which we purchased. We still have some trees to collect. We still have some field terrain editing to get done. And then of course we want to get the field extended and make it much bigger and merge it all into one large field, so we are done and can get the field planted with what we're going to do next. So yeah, that is the plan for today. As you can see, I'm taking the mower, the fast baler and also the winch to the new fields. We're going to have to cut down some of the remaining trees and winch them, drag them to the biogas plant. And then once all the trees are cleared, we're going to be mowing the perimeters of the 3 fields to make some silage bales. I don't want to just waste the grass, so we'll be making sure we make full use of that. And then, yeah, we'll have to collect up those bales and take them to the BGA back at the farm. And then once we've done that, we can get on to doing some terrain flattening and creating a field. So merging this one, the next one along, and the farmer field before the water tower all into one large field. So yeah, lots to do today. So first and foremost, I'm going to crack on with getting the trees cut down and dragged to the biogas plant. So I will see you in a little while. Hopefully can get through these quite quickly. down lots of trees. Gone maybe a little bit further than I thought I would this way, but the reason being I've gone maybe a bit tree cutting crazy is because I want to level this area as much as possible so we can have the field as big as possible. And I know that sort of trees in the ground are just going to impact me with being able to extend the field as long and far as I want to. So yeah, that's the reason for the tree cutting frenzy. This tree's doing a spin. Yeah, but yeah, I've been busy cutting the trees down. The class Axion has made light work of dragging all the trees. It's been super. We used the JCB fast track last time, and that was good, but I think that's probably about half the horsepower of what the class has. The class is about 440, something like that, and yeah, it's just dragging those trees like they're nothing, some of them. Of course, some of the bigger, bulkier trees still get a little bit stuck on the biogas plant gate, so they need a bit of trimming, and I tested how many branches I could drag at once, which was pretty cool. Can of course do multiple and they sort of get logged together, which is yeah, pretty cool actually. Really do like this winch mod. It's going to work wonders for logging when we get back to doing some logging at the top of the grass field at the farm. So yeah, selling those two, and they are my last two logs. So I think we've taken just about 50k in all the trees we've sold. My main aim was to just get them to the biogas plant. I know that you can make a lot more profit from trees that are delimbed and cut to a certain size. But in the interest of time, I wasn't too bothered about that today. My main aim was to get the trees cleared, so we can now get this field cut with get the grass cut, and then get on to terrain editing, and yeah, getting the field prep. We've still got a lot to do, so I'm gonna see how well I get on today. Should probably move the bale trailer out of the way, because we want to cut all these bushes back, and yeah, once we've you know, terrain edited the field, or sorry, we've you know, we've cut around the grass and we know the scale of the field, I will be replanting some trees, you know, to create a natural border. It's just when I'm getting in and wanting to get the area cleared so I can then get the fields to the maximum size that the land will allow, you know, I need to clear a lot of space and see what I've got to work with. So that's the reason for going a bit tree crazy. But yeah, that's it. Cool, so I'm going to crack on with unfolding the mower, get the baler fired up as well. Get that switched on. That's switched on as well. Baler unfolded and turned on and ready to pick up. And we're going to go round. I think I've got a reel mower turned on. Yep, so we'll be able to cut back all the bushes. So yeah, I'm going to start making some passes and cut all the grass area that makes sense to cut and bale. So yeah, see you again in a little while. Okay, so I've done quite a lot of the boundary. There's still bits to do in the middle. However, I'm just going to take a quick break and pop back to the farm because I think that the baler and also the mower and so forth needs a service. The tractor as well. So I'm going to run the service trailer up there just to take a little bit of a break from mowing and baling and wrapping. But yep, the mower and the fast baler work really well in combo. I'm not sure if in real life it would work quite so well, but the Class Axion obviously is a very high horsepower tractor, and hence my feeling is that could potentially work. There are some pitfalls which are first and foremost that the baler sometimes misses some of the grass as it's turning tighter corners. Quite sure why this has decided to get stuck on here. Right, let me just try and sort this out. Trying to take off the front loader with an attachment on whilst it's propped on a hill, so I think it didn't like that. Cool. Yeah. But as I was saying, one of the pitfalls of the combo of the mower and the baler is that it just on the tight corners doesn't quite get all the grass, but because we've got so much, I'm not particularly worried about it. Cool. On the front attacher, I've got the subsoiler, which is going to be our field creation tool. So yeah, just making use of a trip over to the new field to bring that as well. Yes, whilst we get the tractor, mower and baler all serviced, good opportunity to mention that I have installed a couple of additional mods since the last session. The Real Dirt mod and Real Dirt Fix, which basically obviously adds the real dirt effect to the tyres, which looks really good. So you might have noticed when I was cutting the grass, the tyres went all green. I just need to double check if I've got the Real Dirt Fix mod, which doesn't allow it to get washed off by going on a different terrain. Yeah, these are very dirty, so they're going to need a good clean when we get back. And then also, whilst we were downloading mods, I downloaded the Workshop Tabber, which if I press tab, there we go, it should tab to the next implement, which is awesome because sometimes you just can't quite get it to select the one that you want to get repaired. So yeah, the Workshop Tabber helps you tab through all those items and get it sorted that way. Cool, so just going to park this off to one side, serviced the mower, the fast baler and the tractor itself, and I have successfully mounted a silage bale. Cool, so let's get this stuff fired up again. And carry on with mowing. So yeah, it's been a long slog, but need to get this done so we can get on with the field creating. It's amazing to see how much grass we are getting. And the reason for servicing is to obviously make sure that the machinery keeps operating as fast and as efficient as possible, so it hopefully saves us some time as well, rather than having slower operating speeds. Cool, so going to get this done, and then hopefully we can get on with terrain editing. Yeah, seem to be picking up lots of pesky logs as I'm going, and I'm ditching them over here. I think this is owned by us, so yeah, we'll do what we like with it. Cool. See you in a bit then. Okay, so we have finished collecting or mowing all the grass and baling and wrapping all the grass to make silage. We're now going to collect up the bales using the bale trailer. My feeling is it's going to be 2 loads, maybe even more, based on just how many we've got. So we're going to switch to the JCB, as that is the optimum machine for the job. Slightly lower horsepower and of course a bit faster than the Class Axion, so allows us to nip around and collect up all the silage bales that we need to grab. Cool. I think just that view there shows you how many we've got to collect up. It will be a big job, but we shall get it done, so let's go. Okay, so we have finished collecting all the bales, and we've also brought the Class Axion and the fast baler back to the farm, sat there ready to be washed. So how many silage bales did we get? There was one in this barn already, so yeah, lots. So there's a capacity of 720,000 litres. We've got 204,000 litres. Crikey, why does it not just tell us the bale size? So 204,000 divided by, I think they're 4,000 bales? 4,000 litre size bales? So 51 bales we've got in there. Yet there was one already in there, so that makes 50. Cool, or a nice round 50. from our field. And I think that would keep the BGA busy for a full day, maybe even more. So goes to show it's worthwhile to mow up the grass. It would have been easy to just get on with the terrain editing and ignore the grass that surrounds the field, but I'd like to make use of what's around us, and I guess that's what you'd do in real life as well. If you were expanding fields, you'd have to clear ground, bushes, trees around it. So yeah, makes sense that we do that. Cool, so I'm going to get the JCB hitched up to the subsoiler, and then we're going to not start subsoiling yet, as we need to terrain edit. So I'm going to be smoothing off the patches either side of the fields, so closest to the road and then closest to steep hill. I won't be able to go too far up that hill, obviously, because it's then the boundary of the map, and also the hill is pretty steep, so do be wise to that. But areas like this we will look to smooth over, and we can then safely join this field to that and have good arable land. So yeah, I'm gonna get on with some terrain editing. Okay, so that's my starter for 10 on getting the areas of terrain smoothened out. I did have a couple of issues in some bits where I accidentally lowered it a bit too much, and yeah, it's hard to tell when you're in the landscape editor. I think bits like here are still way too steep, but the main reason is just to the main aim is to just smooth it off so there's no like huge bumpy areas and bits where the field is going to connect. I have smoothed off this area up here as well, not because I think it's going to be good for any field use, but because it'll be nice to be able to have stuff drive on it to give the field a bit more space. So yeah, I think now what would be good is to try and lay out the perimeter of our field. So going to jump in the JCB and use the subsoiler to create our field. This is such a big job. I think it's something that will span into other sessions, because I'm not going to get it perfect how I want it from day one, for sure. And yeah, need to get these fields up and running, really. Can't be having just unused space for now, so going to try and line up with where I want to go and get GPS up and running. as GPS is really going to help me with keeping certain bits straight and measured. So yeah, get that done. Set the heading, which I think is going to be right. Oh yeah, I need to show lines. There we go. Cool, so I think leaving some space for machinery to get around, we're going to have to go this line here, and we're not going to have a perfectly square field, that's for sure. This one's going to need to be having a bit more character to it. So yeah, I'm going to run around the field and create where I think the outline's going to be, and then see where we get to. Okay, so haven't quite got as far as I would have liked to today, but it's been quite a long session, so I think it's time to leave it there. I can see that sun is on the forecast, which is good, but yeah, we've nearly completed a full game day. But yeah, we've cleared lots and lots of trees, dragged them to the biogas plant. We've done the mowing of the grass and bushes surrounding the fields. We got that baled up and wrapped, so we had 50 silage bales to take back to the farm. And then just lastly, I have been creating the fields with my plough / subsoiler cultivator to I think it is a subsoiler. Yeah, I think this is classed as a subsoiler. But yeah, been creating the outline of the field that I'd like to have. I know it doesn't look perfect in terms of there's some low bits of the field that dip here, and then if I'm completely honest, I feel like this bit is still way too steep and is not really going to bode very well with the planter that we have. I think it's going to end up looking quite patchy, like it is in some of the other fields. But we will persevere, and I'll try and get it as level as possible. Obviously used about £60,000 of terrain editing. Don't want to do too many more crazy amounts of terrain editing, but smooth over this bit here. Probably have to fix this divot that's here behind me, hopefully you can see it, and then get the rest of the field created, which I was hoping to finish today, but we'll have to have our next session focused on finishing this field and getting it prepped. But yes, when we get it prepped, I have got a idea that I'm going to start using the precision farming mod, which means I will have to scan and take samples of the ground and get it limed, fertilized to the correct degree, and then yeah, just give that a go. Make the job a little bit more complex, but I'm sure it'll be fine once we get used to it. So we'll leave it there for today. Hopefully you can see the outline of what our new field is to be, and yeah, we can get some crops planted in this next time when we get it done. Yeah, as always, thanks for watching, and any likes and subscribes are much appreciated. And if you've got any tips or advice or things you'd like me to do, then please feel free to leave a comment. Till next time, catch you later. Bye bye.